Hello, welcome gamers. It is in fact Wednesday. Why does my voice sound different? My voice sounds so different. What the frick? Do you hear this? Doesn't it sound so different? At least it does in my head. It sounds louder. Am I imagining things a bit? What's happening? What is going on? Like, as soon as I started talking, I was like, what is this? What is this sound? This is not the usual sound. Definitely hear it. I just don't know. Anyway, welcome Stream Elements, welcome JD, welcome Cowfriend, welcome Hemp, and Zoe, and Denchi. Yo, Denchi has the Minecraft badge. It sounds like you might be coming down with something. It could be. I don't know. Like, this is the first time that I've, like, talked for more than a few seconds today. I think. I had no meetings at work. And the first time, like, saying something for several hours, and I'm like, what the heck? Why does he sound like this? Why does bro sound like this? We just don't know. Anyway. I don't really know what I'm doing today. So in Blender, we have animated this rabbit, which I've posted on social media, by the way. This rabbit that I'm going to show you has, in fact, been posted on social media. Yes, and you know the weird part is that it did not get much interest on Twitter, but on Blue Sky it's popping off. See, okay, so look at this. On Twitter, it got 41 likes. Let me show you the discrepancy. Alright, this guy's only talking about numbers. Okay, look at this. This is the rabbit that I have posted. I've posted different angles as well. We have side view, front view, rotating view, angle view. You also get hit with those organic retweets. It's like nothing. But yeah, I feel like Blue Sky is like weirdly like better for this kind of stuff. I don't know what it is. Maybe the people that do like Blender stuff and low poly stuff, they're just all on Blue Sky. Maybe the algorithm is suppressing my content on Twitter. I don't know. Look at this, 288. Look at this ratio. Welcome to Vincex. 42 versus freaking 288. What? And look at the engagement. We got like, we got these. This one, there's like one reply. Did not get to see this, right? It's weird because, like, you know, you follow someone. I feel like I don't see posts from people I follow on Twitter, which is very weird because I follow them to see their posts, and then I guess since I mostly, I guess I should use the following tab. But since I am mostly using the For You page, they just never show up. I feel like most people are the same. Most people are just using the For You page and it doesn't show you things that from people that you actually are following. Anyway, a lot of people on Blue Sky realize they have to share the things they want to share. Possibly, yes. Yeah, I don't follow anyone on Blue Sky. I don't know what the Blue Sky algorithm is like. I don't really know. Anyway, I'm gonna go live on Blue Sky. Look at this. Go live for 3 hours. Now we're live. Welcome Butts to Butts. For You page is horrible, following tab only. Well, I mean, there's like some interesting stuff. Do you see that flash on the screen? What happened? You gotta add some vague posts if you want to do well. That's my problem with Twitter nowadays. Every single freaking post is like a quote retweet with some vague thing like, oh, does anyone else see this? Or like, oh, that's not, and then they don't say what it is, or like, let me find an example, like right now, literally on my timeline right now, how many vague posts do I see? The algo is alright, my For You is 50% porn for Blue Sky. What are you doing, Zoe? What is bro doing? Okay, I'm scrolling, trying to see vague posts on my timeline. Whenever I see a vague post on my timeline, see, okay, there's like, the meta on Twitter now is to just quote retweet people and add nothing to the discussion, and then the quote retweet gets way more engagement than the original. Have you noticed this? People will quote retweet something saying, Lamau, this is crazy, or like, this is so freaking funny. And then like this, I don't know, like is the algorithm just pushing quote retweets? I don't know. The vague post that influences my For You by clicking through it ended with me complaining on Discord. Discord, my friend said you should get off. That's what every time I see like a vague post or like a quote retweet that adds nothing, I click on not interested in this post. They should show me, and then look at this. This guy is just like quote retweeting something that says, I don't understand how this is 3D. Okay. And then what? And then look at this quote retweet. This person just quote retweeted something, said Jesus Mother of God at like another person's post. That adds nothing to the post. Literally nothing. Why are they doing that? Blue check mark Lamau, this is crazy, gets 1,000, right? I get thousands of retweets. Lamau. Let me find another one. Okay, there's another one that's, oh, what the heck is this? Right, well, that doesn't add anything. And then there's another one like, genuinely, how is this guy real? It doesn't add anything. Another post that says, I don't endorse this. Okay. Another post that says, please unmute this video. Watch this unmuted. Another post. I don't know. There's so much. There's so much stuff. Am I logged into Blue Sky? What does the For You feed show for you? I am logged into Blue Sky. What do I get nothing on Blue Sky. Oh, on Blue Sky, is it called the Discover feed? Alright, what is the Discover feed on Blue Sky? Oh, this is people that I know. Wait, this is people I know, but I'm not following. What the heck? How did they get this? Maybe because I've liked their posts, their responses to me. That's probably what it is. Social feed For You. Blue Sky profile, Space Cowboy 17 feed. What the heck? People can make their own algorithms. Alright, what does this one say? This one has the same posts. Wait, welcome to the For You feed. It finds people who like the same posts as you and shows you what else they've liked recently. Okay, so since I mostly just like people that like respond to my posts, I have some people who respond to my posts. Also, welcome Nutritious. I get some streamers, some artists. This is already more interesting than my Twitter For You page. What this is me? I see a post that has me in it. Hold on, what is this? From 2 months ago? Join the conversation, Game Boy devs on Blue Sky. Why am I on there? Hold on, can we see this? This showed up on my Discover. That's me. That's me right there. That's cool. And then let's see. Some cat pictures. That's cool. Some Game Boy developers. Some game developers. Some anime. Emulation. Artists. Comics. I did develop, that is true. That is true. I did make a Game Boy game. And we have many people who are saying, Wolfie, you should make Wolfie's Nonograms 2. I would play Wolfie's Nonograms 2, and I go, yep. That may happen eventually. Why does my screen keep turning green? It does that. Anyway, well, it's happening. It's happening even more. Oh no. Video broadcast, get out of here. Anyway. Now, I did have to go through a lot to like make this, I had to like export. Okay, here's what I did. Okay, in Blender, I set up the animation, right? But then I set up 4 different cameras. I learned from watching a video how to make a camera that rotates. So here's a turntable. You would add an empty object and then apply a 360 rotation to that object, and then attach a camera, so then the camera also rotates, right? That's there. If you click on this one, click on the camera, well, this thing is now rotating, and then I have a side camera, I have a front camera, an angled camera, and then basically what I did was I exported 4 different videos, each at the same size. And then you know what I did? You know what's messed up? Rather than going into a dedicated video editing program, it was actually very easy to just go to Canva. Anyone use Canva? The website Canva, you just paste your videos in there. You just paste 4 videos in there, resize them in such a way that it fits, and then you can just export a video that has all 4 of them. It's like so convenient. I don't know what it is. It's actually so convenient, because if I had to do that in like DaVinci Resolve or whatever, which I have tried doing, it would be very complicated. I had to, like, you know, open up multiple sources, set the output encoder to click on this thing, resize them in such a way, and then like I just went into Canva and just like pasted 4 videos. And I didn't even say that it was a video. It just said make a new document. And then I was like, okay, how do I tell Canva that it's a video? I don't. You just paste the videos in there, export it, and then it knows to export them all at the at the length of the video. Amazing. Had to use that in college once. I doubt if it was for video. Canva? When did Canva come out? Canva. 2013. I always feel like Canva's like a new thing, but I mean obviously it's not. 2013. Yeah, I was done with college by the time this came out. Data breach. Russian operations. See also Adobe. I do use Canva for my weekly schedules. Also, welcome Pygmalion Brutus. Blender, I hardly know her. Many people don't know Blender. I don't know Blender. It takes a while for things to become commonplace. That is true. Let's see, I think we had to use it for a fake logo, for a fake company / product. Would have been 2022 or 23. That is very recent. You're telling me you were in college like 4 years ago? That's crazy. For me, it was like much longer than that. I was like, you know how like on YouTube, sorry, not on YouTube, on Google Photos, it'll show you things like, oh, here's some photos you took 10 years ago. I was looking at that recently, and it showed me my Aikatsu karaoke session that I had, and I was like, what the frick? You're telling me this was 10 years ago, that I met these people, that I've known these people for 10 years? It's crazy. By night, oh, I see, it was a different thing. College days were far too close to 20 years ago for me to admit this guy is old. I'm old. Why does my screen keep turning green? Also, welcome Foley. Welcome Namington as well. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing today. I've animated and rigged this rabbit. I have walking animation and running animation. Oh, I didn't even show you that I figured out how to use the non-linear animation timeline. Here you go, NLA, right? You make your 2 animations, and then all you gotta do is you click on the thing you want to animate, which in this case is the rig. How do I click on the rig? This? Oh, here it is. And then you just drag the animation you want, and then it can interpolate between them. So look at this. Here's the walk animation, and then like you can transition from walk to run. And then you'll note that the arm moves up because it's like transitioning the movement. And it does it like smoothly. Look at this, it's walking, And then bam, it goes into running. Whoa, it's smooth. And then same thing, go from run to walk. Look at that, it slows down. And then I also set the animation speed. So when I was making these animations, the run animation was like the same speed as the walking one, which was a bit weird. However, when you click on this here, you get to choose the animation playback scale. So this will play faster. Like if I did 0.5 for example, the animation itself is shorter, but then it fits more cycles in there. So compare this. Whoa, it's running so fast. And then you could have it like 0.25, so this is like 4x speed. Wow. It's so easy. And then it loops back around. It starts off with the walk cycle, goes into run. The camera's rotating as well. Look at that camera. Look at that camera. We got multiple cameras. And then it loops. It goes back to walk. Anyway, that's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. But I don't know what I will do. Okay, I've gotten pinged on Slack for various things. Wow, someone's going on vacation. Hold on, I'm working on a project with this person and I didn't know they were going on vacation. You can hear me type. You can hear me type. You can determine what keys I'm pressing based on the audio frequency. Okay. Scroll. I'm just scrolling. Alright. Anyway, what do I do today? Guys, what am I doing? Do I even... Am I done with Blender? Have I mastered Blender? There's nothing else for me to... I've made this low poly rabbit. There's nothing else to do. Literally nothing else. I guess I can make a new document. We can make something new. It'd be like we're done with this rabbit. But what do I do now? That's the thing. I don't know what to do now. Now I started the stream with no idea of what exactly I was doing. I showed you my animation. That's it. That's all. Will you start a Blender? We did respond. What did I say? What did you say? Of things that I should do? Hold on. Scroll. I'm scrolling. Turns out I missed some comments. I missed reading some things. Various people said things and I just didn't see them. I missed the Denchi comments. I missed one of the Zoli comments. When you start a Blender, what does that mean? When I start a Blender? Alright then. I could rig myself. What if I had a model similar to this rabbit, but it was me? Right? Because the thing about this rabbit, it's essentially bald, right? It has no hair. I mean, it has fur, but it's not humanoid hair or whatever. And so if I were to make a version of this, but it was like me, and then I could learn how to 3D model some hair, perhaps. I could do that. Maybe I could do that. And then another thing could be learning how to toggle facial expressions, because right now this rabbit only has one facial expression. As you can see right here in the UV edit panel. Here's the UV texture of the rabbit. It just has this. It just has this, okay? It's, look at the arms are here. Got this thing. What is this one? This one's probably the tail. Probably, maybe. It is the tail. And then you got the legs and the ear. I'm suspicious of blenders ever since I blended hummus once. You know what? I will just do something silly. Anyone here visiting any conventions in Germany? Yeah, anyone in Germany visiting any German conventions? Anyone going to Geneva convention? Geneva Con? Do they have conventions? Is there Geneva Anime Con? Is that a thing? Geneva Convention Anime? No. Geneva... Dude, surely they have anime conventions in Geneva. Conventions in Geneva. That is not the Geneva Convention. Look, Geneva Conventions, plural. Geneva Conventions are a series, but that's not what I meant. I meant conventions that take place in Geneva. Well, you would have to search in French. What if I didn't want to? But what if I'm too good for French? Welcome to Maya. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. What do I even do? Here's the thing though, it's like I don't have like a project that I really want to work on. I just made this rabbit because I thought it'd be cool to learn. Now that I'm like essentially done. I mean, I could make more animations for this rabbit, but it's like, but what's the point, right? Maybe just do fan art. Yeah, what if I make 3D model of someone, of a VTuber, of Choco J Dog. Might try to speedrun a Dofame for her Mahjong tournament. Are you you're gonna draw fan art for the Jamboree? Welcome Dance again. Didn't know about the animation blending feature. That's cool. Yeah, this is the non-linear animation. Whatchamacallit? What's it called? The NLA editor. Non-linear animation editor. It would be fun to see this model run around a little room or something though. I guess I could like figure out how to put this in a game as well. Because like I do have the animations. It's been a while since I've like been in Godot. Maybe. So it will be in the convention, in the tournament. Let's go. It has like hundreds of people. Maybe not hundreds. At least 100, I think. Perhaps billions. Maybe there's billions of people. Denchi will join. Denchi is in the tournament as well. Did I make some 3D stuff in Godot some time ago? I did. Let's open up Godot. There's a technique tutorial how to swap between textures for 2D expressions. Seems like something that could be expanded on this character. Yeah, I know. You basically set like control bones or something. So like the Z position of a bone that's floating in the air can control like the Y position of the UV texture or something. That's a thing that happens. Yeah, that's something I could do. Seems like a common thing. Anyway, look at this though. We got Godot. Okay, so the Godot, the 3D things that I've done in Godot. We have which one was it? Survivors Game Example. It might have been an example. This project was last edited in Godot 4.5. Opening will change it to Godot 4.4. Maybe I have to update Godot. Let me update Godot. What is this called? Chocolatey. Godot. Godot. How did the version go down? I think because like I I opened it with a more recent version of Godot on my main computer, and then like this one has not been updated. But then the latest version is probably, yeah, it's 4.6, so this is gonna update to 4.6. Yes. I guess we just wait. Anyway, am I doing this today though? Do I want to? maybe I just learn how to do the face expression swapping thing. The thing is, when I set up these textures, I did not align them perfectly in a way that would make sense to do that. Cause like right now, I would need this much space. I guess I do have a lot of space on the right side. But then I would have to move everything. I would have to move everything over there. Do I want to do that? Maybe I do. Alright, let me show you what I have in Godot so far. I think it was, yeah, example. And then it's loading. It's loading. I believe this is the one with the, yeah, this, okay, this one. This is one that I made a long time ago. Let us run it. It's been so long since I've used Godot. I don't remember how to, okay, you click on this. What if it doesn't work anymore? Yeah, this was the time that I like 3D modeled this cat in, what is that program called? Blockbench. And then the background was, it was made in Crocodile 3D. Oh, we're stuck. We're stuck. The collision is a bit messed up. Welcome, BrainZap. Did I make Minecraft? No, this is a different thing. Pig? No, this is a cat. It's a cat. It's a red cat. Anyway, look, that's me. That's me right there. We got trees. We got this cave. You can't go into. We got this as well. Got this mountain range. A lot of stuff. A lot of things you could do if you know how to 3D model. And look, this one has animations as well. It's got squash and stretch. The wheels move. Adding a little bouncy squish, that's a lot to give it life. Exactly. But you know, cars don't do that in real life. Cars in reality do not bounce. Welcome, Lunatic Lurker. Am I thinking about making a 3D Godot game? I don't know. I feel like it would be complicated, and I don't really have like an idea for a game I want to make that requires 3D. But it would be cool just to like try something. Anyway, we have this one, right? This one, but also that other scene that I had, the web fishing one. Welcome, Xtat. Wasn't this 3D game gonna be a fishing game? No, that one was just an example. The fishing game itself was not really a 3D game. I think this was a different one. Oh yeah, remember this one? Remember this game? This game that never like did anything. This game that I added physics to it and it was kind of buggy. Have I heard about Sandbot? Is that's the source one, right? That one was announced recently. Anyway, this one, nothing ever came out of this one because I could not get the rope physics to work in a way that made sense. If I add this fishing rod, no. Bagu Sugar Quest is done. Why would I update that game? Anyway, this was this one, and then I think there was like another one, another 3D thing that I had. Which one was it? Fishing, example, survivors, platformer. Fishing, terrain, dinosaur. That was the dinosaur jumping game. Candy example. What was this one? Yeah, you almost have to make every pixel on the fishing line its own entity for corners and stuff. Exactly. Oh, this was nothing. I don't even know what this one was. I was trying to figure out how to do that water bobbing physics in Godot a while back. It's like kind of complicated. It's got a lot of stuff, a lot of things to it. There was that one time where I like tried to get like a web fishing like level. I don't know where it was. Was it this one? I don't know, maybe it's lost. Maybe it's lost forever. I just don't know. Terrain, what was this one? Terrain. Oh, yeah, this one did not make sense. This was me trying to like use a terrain editing library. It was not good. Anyway, yeah. Well, okay, I guess I need to decide what I'm doing today. It's been 40 minutes and I have not really done much of anything today. So maybe on today's stream, I will figure out how to add different facial expressions for this rabbit. Let's consider doing that. A lot of things that you could do, and maybe this will be it. This, perhaps, is going to be what I will do. Alright, let's go to UV editing, everyone. So we're gonna open up Aseprite, which is what I'm going to use to edit things. Oh yeah, Rift Fishing. You guys remember Rift Fishing, which we never played? The demo exists. We could maybe check that out at some point. Alright, so we got Aseprite open, we got Blender, and then click on this, click on edit, run this. Alright, so we have this in Blender. Now what I want to do is, I guess we'll have this part of the face be maybe like up here, for example. And then we can have like another one like right below it, which has similar things, perhaps. So we have this, right? This here. And then we gotta have enough space for the next one below it. So if I were to copy this, okay, how many pixels is this though? That's the question. How do I check out how many pixels this is? 25 by 28. Okay, so this is 28 pixels tall. Maybe I will add, so 28. Maybe we want 4 extra pixels, so it's like an even multiple an even power of 2. So we can copy this over as well. So this here, but that's 35. That's not, that's in fact a height of 35. Or 30, this is 30, okay, so 32. Let's add a grid. Grid settings. Sure, 16 by 16. Alright, so now what we're gonna do, we're gonna have the different facial expressions, they'll all be like over here, right? They're gonna be like this. And then we're gonna have like some bone controls that allow us to change the Y offset or something. So let's start drawing. Let's start drawing something. What the heck? It's the wrong color. Alright, so maybe this one is gonna be like something like this. Right, that's another facial expression. And then maybe one where it's like blinking. Maybe the blinking one is going to be like this. Like that. And then another facial expression. What are some common facial expressions? Maybe one that is like circle eyes, kind of like this. Maybe like that. Maybe something like this. But actually, it's gotta be like this, right? Because it's got to be circular. Or maybe like this. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe like this. Yeah, sure. How about that? Alright, so we have these various facial expressions. Welcome, ChocoJax. Thank you. When are you gonna 3D model another thing? When was the last time you did that? Because you were doing that. You were doing that at some point. And then what? When I have more free time. That's the thing. Time is never free. People say free time, and yet time is the most expensive thing that we have in this world. Need to learn how to make it into a movable VTuber model. Oh yeah, like the VRM stuff. I was like looking into that as well. I'm like, I don't know really. I don't really understand. You have to like open up Unity or something. Is there a way to do that in Godot? Let me check that out. VRM model in Godot. Is that a thing? Godot VRM. You can do it in VRM. Sorry, in Godot. If I learn more about it, I can try to give you help on it. Right now, I am baby. Yeah. Well, if I can avoid learning Unity, I think that'd be cool. Cause like I know Godot. I know enough about Godot that I could probably learn this. The question is, do people use this? This was last updated 11 months ago. It doesn't support everything. It's buggy. It's literally buggy. I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, we're gonna add facial expressions. We're gonna click on this guy. We're going to click on these. Click on, you want to go into this mode. Face mode, which is convenient because we are in fact editing the face. And then you move this over. You gotta move, oh god, what happened? You want to click on this. Is there a way for me to just drag these and not the connected things? Is that possible? Is this even possible? Maybe I have to select this. Do you think you would ever want to animate the eyes and mouth separately? For sure. For sure. That's why these are really... This one is actually in a different... It's in a different quad. So they could be if needed. But for now, they're going to be the same thing. Here, can I... How do I... grab? How do I choose only these vertices? Let's see, edit mode, and then click on this, these ones. And then this one. Alright, so we have these selected. I'd like to move only these, but not the connected ones. Is that possible? Can I now go to this mode and then grab the... You can't. Turns out you can't do that. Okay, wait, what if I deselect these? Unselect these. Why can I not unselect this one? Let me look it up. Blender UV edit sticky selection mode disabled. How do I do it? Click on select mode face. If I just select these... Oh, okay. Okay, that works. Okay, alright, that's good. That's good. Okay, so all we gotta do is move this up here. Now, I feel like this does not match exactly how I had it. Let's confirm. So this edge is like right over there. And then maybe I also need these ones. Because like this one does spill over a little bit into this one. So maybe we go there. Okay, so how is this aligned? This one is right in the middle of this nose. So that's going to be our reference point. Okay, so it doesn't align perfectly. It actually aligns not perfectly. Now I believe there is a button you can press. Control. It is control. You press the control key. And then you align it like this. Now it looks a bit distorted. It feels like this is not the same as what I had last time. This feels incorrect. This looks weird. Do you see? Okay, hold on. So let's see. So it looked like this. Right, it was literally this. And this is exactly right there. And then this one is there. What if I align? Can I like align these to be exactly on pixel boundaries? Pixel. Snap selected to pixels. So that changes slightly. which I don't want. That's not what I want. What's the best way to do this? What if there is no good way to do this? What if all the ways to do this are all bad? If I zoomed in. Also, why does it disappear? Okay, we're gonna zoom in here. We're gonna make this larger, and then we're gonna like drag this up so that this is right there. This is literally right there. As we remember this thing was there, and then this guy was also like right over there. So this should be like close enough, right? This seems to me like it was close enough. Now maybe not perfect, maybe actually it's a bit weird. Let me check the reference. Where was my tweet? Blue Sky, did I say Blue Sky? Dab redeem bugged. Wait. Did the Twitch connection get revoked? Log in and activate. Now it's there. It's literally there. It's connected. The dab, you're telling me the dab doesn't work? Can someone redeem dab again? Yabba dabba doo. Blue Sky. No, it's there. It totally works. Alright, let's see. So this one, the face was like this. Whereas if you compare it to this, is this the same? Does this look the same? This looks the same, right? Surely this is the same. But is it? No, it looks like it's not the same. It looks to me like it's got some distortion. Yeah, okay, it's definitely wider. Wait, why? Oh, it's actually, okay, it's actually centered around this rather than this. Okay. I was misunderstood. I misunderstood. Wait, but that is there. Wait a second. That is there. That's literally there. What's the difference? What's the difference? This point is right there. Whereas this one, it's actually farther? Why is that? Did I copy it wrong? So this has 2 pixels here. This one has 2 pixels. This one has 2 pixels. Should be the same. Oh, it's not this. Guys, it's literally not the same. It's actually totally different. It's actually... Okay, we had... It's actually like this. It's like that. Oh, that's fine, okay. Oh, now I have to fix all these, man. Here's a pro tip. Pro tip, guys, here's the you could do. You could make a brush. You can make a brush in Aseprite. And then you could just do this. Bam. So now they've all been fixed. Alright, so now it should look more correct. Right now, if I go back, how do I bring this back? Turns out I cannot bring it back. Does anyone know in Blender, is there a way to like move by pixel increments? Because right now it seems it's like moving by arbitrary increments. Can I move? Oh, snap target, snap increment. This is 1 pixel. This is snapping by 2 pixels. It's moving 2 pixels at a time, which is maybe fine. Maybe that's fine. Welcome, Tag Barrel. Snapping increment grid. Snap to grid. Snap to vertex. Snap increment. Any new cool animations? No, just walking and running from 4 different angles. Welcome, Imajo. Up in UV2, I think there's a way to snap to pixels, either the corners or middles. UV menu. Round to pixels. Snap to pixels. Okay, round to pixels. Corner. Oh wait, I don't want to round. I want to move them by pixels though. So right now they're not pixel aligned, but I would like to move them by pixels. Snap. Well, okay, maybe it's fine because right now it's moving by 2 pixels at a time, which is maybe good enough. Pixels aren't round 2 pixels. What about 3 pixels? What about round 3 pixels? Can you consider this? Does it also depend on my current scale? Hold on. Is this still moving 2 pixels? It is. Okay, it is still moving 2 pixels at a time. Alright, so this is here. Oh, that actually is perfect. That actually works perfectly. Wait, does it though? It does, okay. So this does not change. This looks exactly the same, which is what I want. That's good, okay, okay. So now that we have the face here, we can set up some bones that control the position of this. So you could have it be like this, perhaps. You could have it be like that. You could have it be like, oh, this one actually goes off the screen. That's not good. Is that good? Is that fine? What happens when this is, it probably just wraps around, right? So maybe that is fine. Maybe that's actually fine. Also, you know what this looks like? This looks like Aria. Aria, anime, cat. This guy, doesn't it look like Aria? Literally, this guy, it's literally got the same eyes, sort of. John Aria. Hey, what the heck is it? This isn't Aria. Yeah, this is literally this guy. Yeah, my Aria, ready? Aye, aye, Captain. I get it. Welcome, Carabelle. Okay, so this one here, I believe, it's gotta be, the eyes have gotta be a bit more over. Perhaps like this. That's too much though. This one, that's too much. Expressions, true. Okay, what if it was like this? Is that better? I don't know if that's better. Maybe that's worse. Maybe... Okay, what if it was like this, and then we had... And then what? Like this, perhaps. Welcome, old man diabetes. Like this. Okay, that looks better. Are you going to do the sliding texture method or the blend shapes method? Probably the sliding texture method. I don't really know how blend shapes work. I mean, I guess I could learn. So like blend shapes are usually used for like if you have geometry that you need to move around. Whereas this is like a static texture. Anyway, Twitch is showing some ads. I'm gonna drink some water. Alright, I've done it. Let's see. Sure, we got this one. That looks good. This one as well. Alright, let's save. Let's save this. Save. Packed to memory image. Anyone out there remembering images? Alright, let's look up a tutorial. Blender. Facial expression. Texture. Control. I don't know what to search for this. Let me find the video. There's like one video. Yeah, this one. With blend shapes, you have multiple faces that slide back and forth for each expression. It's kind of weird. I think Unity works better that way. With the sliding texture. Yeah, but I'm not going to use Unity. This is going to... Well, I guess maybe I should learn Unity. I don't know. Like, if I ever want to make like a 3D VTuber model compatible with VRM format, maybe I do need to learn blend shapes. Got multiple faces that slide back and forth. So would they be like separate? Like would I need to like for that one would I be copy pasting different faces? Like I don't know how to describe this. Because right now this thing is mapped to this. Would I need like another one? Rather than sliding this texture around? Because right now like this is pretty simple, right? That's pretty simple to do. But then like if I had like another one, if I just had this one, but it was like hidden or something, or like scale is 0. Is that anything? Anyway, this is the video that I saw that I was considering doing. You need one for each expression? That seems so messy though. Doesn't this feel so much cleaner? let me look at it. Blender, blend shapes. Blend shape. Is there a way to do it with blend shape? Blend shape change UV coordinates. Is that possible? How to sync UV maps in shape keys. Blender blend shape meshes UV's textures. Blender blend shape. Maybe I'll do both, you know, maybe I'll learn this way and then we could try the other way and then we could be like, oh, this is so much better than the other one. Perhaps. Alright, so this one you gotta set up the node editor, you gotta add a control bone. Where the position of that bone chooses the coordinate in the texture, offset. Something like that. I don't need this stuff. I've done this stuff. We have created the textures already. Shader setup. Okay. I mean, this one, surely this one's not that hard, right? It seemed pretty easy. Isn't this weird? Look at this. The video size is like this. You would think that this would expand it, but actually, I think it's smaller. Doesn't this seem smaller? Hold on. This is like from here to here. There's this one. Oh, maybe it's like the same. Alright, how do they do this one? The Node Wrangler add-on. It's like 5% larger. It's centered though. Alright, do I have Node Wrangler? It's probably built in. Preferences. Node Wrangler. Okay, that's on. Alright, how do they do this? Shader editor. Go to the shader editor. Shading. Okay, we're in the shader editor. Okay, get this control over here in the shading tab. We have our basic material setup. Okay, we have our mission shader. We got our rabbit. I want to adjust the coordinates of our image texture. You can use a mapping node. You can do that by selecting the texture and hitting Control T. The texture, Control T. Okay, then we have the values. Okay, we want to animate this. Oh no, but they're doing this in such a way that it has only one texture for the entire face, which is not what I have. My thing is currently we are mixing these textures, which maybe we don't want. Maybe that's what I don't want. Is there a way to have them in the same file? I feel like all the ones I've seen, they've had their own separate file for the faces specifically. Let's see, is there some way? Can I choose the specific vertices that I want to be moved? Maybe it's not possible. You'll need a new material just for the face, otherwise you will change the texture of the entire model. What? No. Blender. Change UV of specific UV coordinates. Of specific faces. Animate, Blender animate UV coordinates. I don't know. Shortly. UV editor and face select. UV face select mode. I don't know if this is it. Wait. Blender UV animation. Various methods. You can animate mesh and UV data efficiently. How to use the UV project modifier for VFX animation. Animating UV maps. It's possible to do this. Exposition drives horizontal transformations. I mean, okay, so this one has them all in the same texture. You understand how these UVs are animating. How to use the UV project modifier. Animated shape tween. What if it's not possible? What if it's literally not possible? Animate a UV map. Blender 2.8. UV animation made easy. Gonna need some shades. Thank you for the sunglasses. How to animate texture. Blender game engine. Alright, do you know that Blender had a game engine at some point? It's true, it did. Animating textures in Blender. Create custom. Make a blend. Blender UV, let's see. Blender animate face with UV texture. Same file. I don't know what to search. Yes, wait. How to animate face texture with the same UV as body texture. Yes, this is what I want. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, this doesn't appear to have resolved. It appears that they have not resolved it. Is it possible to animate textures? I don't want to animate an object with a texture on it, but instead animate the texture itself. Have the UV move. Almost any value in Blender can be animated. There's insert keyframe, even values on the node editor. Colors can be animated. Okay, so the offset sliders is what this thing is. This thing is animating the offset sliders. But I want to not do that. Oh wait, I guess I could I just have two textures that have the same input source file and then set the head to use, or set, well I guess I can't do that. I guess I can't do that. And I just set the face to use that other one. Two materials, yeah, sorry, two materials. I don't think that's possible without also changing the rest of the face. Is it possible? Is it possible to just like, because this is one mesh. I only want this one to be this. And then the other one can stay as this. You can copy the material and just rename it. I see. Alright, let me undo this first. But then like would that mean that the entire face can you have like one mesh have different faces, have different vertices correspond to different textures? Is that possible? Under different textures. Like the faces, oh, you can, okay. Oh, then I can just do that. I can just share the same underlying texture. Okay, let's see, let's go back. It's been a while since we've had to edit these textures, or the material, I mean. So this is my material, right? The rabbit. Where's that material? And then, okay, so we have rabbit. Color is rabbit. Same texture, same UV mapping, same mesh, just different material. Yes. So this rabbit color, is this the material? What is the material? Is this the material? Color rabbit. How do I duplicate this? Material. The material is the thing at the top that is currently named material. Oh, this. Oh, it's called material. Welcome, Icefox. Okay, so I should rename this, right? Copy materials. So this thing. I'd like to. Is it possible to rename this? I'd like to duplicate this material. Display number of users of this data. Oh, you can do this, right? New material, add new material. Okay. With double click, you rename it. Oh, okay. Let's go back. So this one, I'm gonna call this rabbit body material. And then you make a new one, which is rabbit face material. All right, and then obviously what you gotta do, you gotta go into edit mode and then click on these specifically and then go to the material. This, and then, oh, but this is already rabbit face material. Maybe I rename, maybe maybe I reverse them. This one will be rabbit body. You need to click on the plus on the right of the list to add a second material. Oh. A new material slot. Wait, then like what is this? If I click on add. Oh, I see, and then you click on this, okay. Okay, and then, okay, so this here, assign. I would like to assign these faces to rabbit face material. Did that work? I don't know if that, did that work? Is this now using the material? I don't know. It should highlight the material selected when you select the faces. It should highlight the material. So if I select these, it does say rabbit face material. Oh, okay. So it has been assigned. Assign button to confirm which material. Yeah. Which is this one, right? Okay, it appears that it has been assigned. As I click on this, it chooses body material. Okay, so this is using face material. And then okay. Cool. Okay, so now that this is using a different face material, you can also deselect all the faces. Click the select button next to assign to see which faces are assigned. So I click on this and then click the select button. Okay, that's good. Cause like the thing is, I thought that this value would update. Like this says the number of users of the data. I click on this and it has nothing. But like it does have something, right? Like these are using it. For some reason it doesn't say that it is. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine, we have it now. Alright, so then if we go to the shading editor. So now we should have a material that we can modify separately. I think. And not affect the rest of the body. Is that true? Is this true? I don't know. Let's try it. Selecting the texture, hitting Control T. So we have this. We have this here. Oh, this isn't controlling the material though. This is, what is this? Rabbit is not the material. What is rabbit? Rabbit is... What does brown represent? Sample an image file as a texture. Rabbit. Oh, rabbit is the actual... Okay, so rabbit is the image. And then this is the material. Okay, I see. Am I choosing a material right now? Oh, okay, no, okay. This is, we're choosing rabbit face material, so that's good. Okay, I understand. This is what we're modifying. If we go to rabbit body material, okay, so this will not be modified. This will be modified. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, so then if you change the Y position, oh shoot. Okay, it works. We got slot machine, rabbit face. It's valid. It's valid now. Okay, that's good. And then we want to set up a location for each individual face. We'll do that by adding some combine XYZ nodes. 4 different faces. Surely there's a way to just like multiply, right? There's no way that you have to like make 4 different ones. Like, can I just have like one that's like 0.25 and then like multiply based on some other thing? That feels like a bit much. How do they actually control this thing? So they mix the position based on this, right? Like, I don't want to do that. That's too much. That's way too much stuff. There surely there's a better way. Greater than, value greater than. No, I'm gonna invent my own thing, okay? So I'm gonna make my own thing. We're gonna add, I'm gonna figure this out from base principles. I've never used this this view before. So we're gonna add a value. Okay, this value is going to control the Y position. Put that up. How do you do that? How do you do that? Location. It's just like that. I think my setup is cleaner than the one in the video, but it's very similar. No, there's gotta be. There has to be. I'm gonna, if I can't figure this out, then that's fine. But I'm gonna make it up. Okay, we're gonna get a location. If you make this one 0.25, what the heck is that? What did I just do? I need to extract the specifically the Y position. Okay, is there a way? I'm gonna add vector, combine XYZ, vector displacement, vector curves. Is there a way for me to turn this value into the Y component of the vector? Blender, shader node, value to vector. Because I think right now this is giving the X, Y, and Z value. Create a vector with node value as each value. Oh, okay, it's just called vector, okay. Do I just vector? Just like a regular vector, perhaps? How did they do this? How did they... I want to create a vector node. Yeah, this is what I want. Combine, okay, combine XYZ. Okay, so this one, we put this into the Y position, and then put this into the location. Okay, so now, you have 0.5, it goes there. You have 0.75, it goes there. Okay, so now, what we want to do is we want to have divide. Divide, is there a way to... How did, hold on, let me check how they did it. They have, if it's greater than this, mix the vectors. Clamp factor. So what I want to do is I want to, so if it's between 1 and whatever, okay, so we're gonna have round down. Wait, hold on, what are we? So if it's 1, we want this to be, let's do divide. Divide, that's not what I want, divide, multiply. Let's just have multiply. Multiply, what the heck? Factor 0.25. Wait, is there a way to multiply by a constant value? This is mixed color. I just want like a math. Multiply. Okay, so multiply this by 0.25. Put that into the Y value. So now, and then I also want to round down floor. Math node floor. We're basically going to divide this by 4 and then floor it. And then set this output to there. Wait, hold on. No, I want to set the output of this. So this one goes here. This one goes here. So now if this is 1, does nothing. If it's 2, okay, so it turns out this does not do anything. So what have I done? What have I done? Multiply 0.25. So we're basically dividing this, and then this value. I want to see the value. Can we? Is there a way to just like inspect the node? I just want to see the value. Blender, shader node, see value. How to visualize a value. Plug the value directly into compositor output. There's got to be a better way, right? Surely there's a better way. Value to string. You can't just like see the output. Hold on, value node. Viewer, can I just like see? Blender shader node, see value math. I remember having trouble seeing the output, right? There's gotta be an easy way to do this. Basic operations, how to show a value. Use the warning output node. The warning. So I guess this will output. Okay, that's kind of weird, but okay, I guess you could do that. Alright, fine. I guess I'll add a warning node. There's no such thing. I made my setup a year ago, never went back to doing shading nodes. No, he's doing the shape keys stuff. Info, okay, it's an info node. I just want an info node. Is that a thing? Is that not a thing? I just want to see a value of a node. Math vector shaders. Blender see value of node. Can I see the output? You have a node like this. I do the sliding texture stuff, just copy the material for each model. Oh, I see. But like, don't you, I mean, you would need to do this anyway, right? This, I mean, you don't have to do this, but you have to do like this, which is what I'm trying to do, but like in a cleaner way. Also, welcome Stanley. Instance display node. There's really no way. Echo, maybe like just like show value. Wait, hold on. I was pressing the wrong thing. Let's see. Utilities. Shader. Info output. Alright, what if we did material output? And then no, that's this, not that, it can't be it. What do you, how do you see the value of a node? See value of math node. Math node. Value. Info, you know, info. Position. All right, what if I just figure it out? What if I simply just figure it out? So we got various things. We have, so what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to multiply this by, because we have four different facial expressions right here. So if we have a value of 0, it should go to 0. If we have a value of 1, it should be 0.25. Right, so 1 multiplied by 0.25 oh wait, I did have it right the first. Okay, so this really should just go here. And then this one, the output of this should go to the multiply. It turns out I just did it wrong. It should be this one, and then this one goes here. Okay, so we have 0, 1, and then it doesn't matter if you're like partially there, it doesn't update. So we got 3, 4, and then once it hits that goes there. Then once it hits 5, it goes to the next one. 6. Okay. So that's something, right? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And then if you're at like 0.5, it's the same as 1. 0.9 is the same as 1. 1.1 is the same. Alright, so that works. I think it's good. I mean, they're kind of not in the same order, given that this is here. I think I need to like invert it. It should be negative 0.5. So value of 0 would be this. Value of 1, I would expect it to be this. Yes. 2 is this. 3 is this. Okay, and then 4 should wrap around. Now we could also clamp it. We could clamp this to 4. Or actually, what if we had, let's see, let's add a new value. A new value node. This is going to be number of faces. Is there a way for me to rename this? Note label face count. So there are 4 faces. 4 faces. I'm gonna add a divide. Now I feel like in shaders you usually don't want to do division, but I would say maybe this will get optimized away because face count doesn't change. This should be constant. It should not be something that's updatable. So we have value here, we have base count. You want to divide by base count. So instead of this multiply, go here. You put the face count here. And then you put this value here. You put this value in the Y. And then if you raise this to 1, 2. Oh, but it should be negative. Base count, but negative 4. You have negative 4 faces. Value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So why did I do that? Why did I do that instead of just hard coding the other value? Oh, because I want to clamp it. So clamp. You would like to clamp this. This value should be between 0 and face count. And then the value should go. This, I feel like I'm making this really complicated. So this value should be clamped. And then the output should be floored. Okay, so now if you go above 4 or 5, oh, but the minimum. Okay, so because this is negative. Oh, that's gonna be complicated. Okay, you know what? Let's not do this. We are only gonna have 4 faces. Blender has stopped working. Oh, frick. When was the last time I saved? Why would Blender do this? Why would Blender? This should not be happening. Close. Oh no. No. When did I save? Surely Blender does autosaves, right? It's gotta be. It has to. Literally, Blender, you have to do autosaves. Does Blender autosave? Autosave backups. Blender Saves your work at intervals. You can access autosave through the file menu, select and recover. Okay. Oh, look, recover last session. This is a different thing. That is a totally different view. That is not what I want. Revert. That is not. That's like from like a week ago. What the heck? Okay, well, we didn't change that much, right? We basically, all we did was we added a new material. And this is just a way for you to familiarize yourself with what we just did. So we got material. We rename this to rabbit body material. And then you just have to copy it. Rename this rabbit face material. Okay, then you go back to your rabbit body material, you add this, and then from this one you choose rabbit face material, right? And then all you gotta do, you click on these faces, click on assign. So now they're assigned to rabbit face material. And then the other ones are rabbit body material. That's fine, these are all fine. Yes, those are all there. They are literally all there. Alright, and then you go to the shader editor. And then you choose the material. We're gonna update rabbit face material. Right. So then here, what you wanna do, you wanna add a value node. Yo, welcome Amped. Hello Raiders. How are you doing? Playing Danganronpa V3. Let's go. Welcome Jishwan as well. I hope you had a good time playing that game. We have lost several minutes of data because Blender crashed. Welcome Cass as well. We're trying to make it so that we can change the facial expression of this rabbit. Now I had it working, but I lost all that info. Welcome Corton. Alright, so what did we have? We had a vector, we had an XYZ node. And then this one, gotta press Control T or Shift T. What was the button? Control T, Shift T, Alt T. What? Does anyone remember? Also, welcome Props Not Jack. Thank you for 43 months. That is many months. That is so many months. Definitely had a good time talking about some cursed stuff. Playing Danganronpa V3 as well. That's good. Good to have fun. Anyone enjoy having fun? Select the texture and hitting Control T. Okay, Control T. This. What is the texture? Where is the texture? Anyone hate having fun? Select the texture. Select the texture. The police are outside right now. Hitting Control T. Control T. I've pressed Control T. Because it didn't. Because I don't have the add-on. Because it didn't save. I no longer have the add-on. Node Wrangler. Okay, that's why. Alright, so now it should do it. They're coming. No. You can't be doing that stuff. I've done nothing. Alright, so you want to set the Y position. Alright, so here's what you do. You're gonna add a multiply math node. Right, you're gonna multiply. I know I had it as divide before, but now you're just gonna make it 0.25. We're gonna avoid that stuff that I was doing. We're just gonna do this. But actually, before you do that, you got a floor, right? You got a floor right there. You put this value on the floor. The value is there. You put the value into multiply, You put this value into the Y component. Okay, so now if you change this, oh, but it's also changed some other stuff. Okay, so I think I selected other things that should not have been selected. Let's go back into layout mode. Let's edit. Okay, so the back here should not be that material. Wait, what? Is this the rabbit body material? This was working before. I'm telling you guys, it was literally working. Welcome, Iva. Alright, so obviously this is wrong. But why is it wrong? This is totally different. Is this the correct material? This material that, wait, they're both, wait, why are they both rabbit face material? What the heck? Oh shoot, okay, so let's see, this should be rabbit body material. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay, so now it's fine. Okay, now I've just selected the wrong thing. Alright, so now it's fine, right? Now it's fine. You go to rabbit face material. Oh, what the heck? It's not fine. Guys, it's not fine. Turns out it's actually not fine. What the heck? It's actually so hot today somehow. It's hot AF in my room. I need to evacuate. Oh, shoot. I mean, it does get pretty hot in the UK, right? Like, because there's no air conditioning in many places. So I hope you can cool down. Yeah, it's also true. It's also April. Wait, see, why does this have two rabbit face material? Shouldn't this be rabbit body material? What is this? Okay, so this is rabbit body. This is, and then this is rabbit face. Right, that's expected. This is all there. These two as well should be rabbit face material. It's not that hot in April. Normally around July and August it's unbearable. Yeah, but what about climate change? What about global climate change causing it to be much hotter? Have you considered this? That's right, it's real. Let's go back into shading. Okay, so rabbit face material. So now if this is 2, 3, 1, 0, multiply -2.5. Climate change so much in my room. Well, maybe you gotta consider things, various things to think about. Alright, well, this seems good, right? Doesn't this seem like it works now? So now we have a value that controls the facial expression. That's good, that's what we want. And then we save. Make sure you save, because you never know when Blender's gonna crash. As we've learned today. Alright, so that's good. So now that we have that, look at this. Compare my personal solution that I came up with on my own from base principles. Compare this to this. I'm telling you, you gotta learn things. Right, look at all these nodes. You don't need all these nodes. You just need these ones. Alright, then what? Then you gotta use drivers. Anyone driving right now, you gotta add a new bone to the armature. Alright, let's add a new bone. Now, should the bone be in the meta rig? Driving, you're driving. I've never driven. So presumably I will add it to the meta rig as a bone, and then I will regenerate it such that it is now available on the other. Is that true? Is that what I want? I think that's what I want. We're gonna go back here. I add it to the meta rig because I don't like adding stuff to the generator rig. Yeah, that's what I assume, because like it'll delete stuff if you regenerate it. Alright, let's click on this. Okay, so we're gonna add a new bone. Let's go into meta rig, make it visible. Click on this guy, go to edit mode. Okay, let's add bone. Okay, so they've added a bone, and they're gonna bring it next to the head. So, wait, how do you? Okay, so they're just choosing this. We're gonna choose the entire bone. Move it up, and perhaps to the side. Up here, then they rotate it. You don't have to rotate. This could honestly be anywhere you want, but we're going to rotate about the x-axis 90 degrees. So it's now, so it's over here now. And then what? And then have the bone's z-axis facing up. If we enable axis under viewport display, see that pointing downwards. We can fix that by changing the bone's roll to 0. And then rename this. Okay. You could also just do this, right? You just do that. And then you gotta apply the transform. But actually, because you're in edit mode, so it's already applied. So we're gonna put this one here. You know, let's type in the coordinates manually. It's gonna be at 7. No. Let's that y position -0.5. What if it was at 0? Have we considered if it's at 0? That's tiny. Okay, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's just keep it like this. Alright, rename this bone. Rename bone, face bone. Alright, then what did they do? Then, moving back to the shading tab, going to assign this new bone to its own collection. Okay, let's do that. Shading, click on this bone. Oh, but we gotta regenerate the rig. That's the thing. Don't you have to like set a bone type or something? Something like that. Click on this bone in object mode. I just checked my model. I use a raw copy bone just to make it easier to pass constraints and names to the generated rig. A raw copy bone. Alright. So let's see, if you go to the bone properties, choose the bone type. Because I remember when I was adding the ear bones, they would not show up in the generator rig unless I assign them a type. Okay, set them in pose mode. Where? The bone type. I would assume it would be here. In the bone. Oh, this bone. Oh, okay. Rigify type. Basic. We set it as basic raw copy bone. Basic raw copy. Okay. And then you gotta regenerate rig. All right, now that the rig is regenerated, all right, then you go back into pose mode, and then you gotta assign the animations because it always messes up the animations when you regenerate the rig. You gotta set the animations, man. Go to the non-linear animation editor. Click on the dope sheet. Click on the timeline view. Or is it? How do you assign the animation? Is it object mode? Graph editor. Where is it? Here? Ah, yes, okay. And then you give it the run. Excuse me, where is it's running? It's not running. Where's my run animation? Where's my walk animation, guys? Oh, because I'm not on the... I'm not clicking on the rig. I need to click on the rig. Okay, okay, there. You're scared. We were scared. You were all scared. I understood. Non-linear animation. Okay, but where's my animation? Where's my thing where it like had different animations? Was it empty action? Was it camera? It can't be camera action. I mean, we have walk. Where is my non-linear animation? Okay, let's undo. Before we regenerate the rig, let's go back here. And we have this. We have this all set up. Now how do I save this as something? Got action clip. Let's see. Blender, NLA, save. Wait, let's see, hold on. To save, I'm gonna read the AI generated description. To save your AI, you don't know, let's not read it. Let's go to Blender Artist. Appending the armature. Oh no, I have to read the AI generated description. Okay. You need to append the armature object that contains NLA strips to another file, or you can bake the animation to keep the NLA tracks intact. What are you talking about? There's no way to just like save this thing on its own? Then bake it? Blender, save. Correct way to use NLA strips and tracks. Blender, save, NLA, animation. How do I store an animation action for later use? Stash them. By stashing the actions, we're doing a little more than using the NLA as a bag to hold them. But how do I get this back? NLA track, like what is this? How do I save this? Remove empty animation data. Turn. Well, first of all, let's save. You know, we've added this bone. Let's save first. Oh, Twitch is going to show some ads. Okay, I'm going to drink some water. And then we'll get back to this. Alright, I've done it. View, save, non-linear animation. Welcome, Michael. How's the duck model? It does not exist. It is not a thing that exists at this moment. And it might never exist. I'm trying to figure out how to save this animation. Blender, NLA, save. No, we're saving this specifically. Correct way to use NLA strips and tracks. Save. How do I save? Save, okay. Blender, save NLA track. How do I save this? How do I save this? Press and hold the shield icon. The action editor, but I've done that. I've done that. Shield icon. What about lock? What's lock do? Editability. Quite the mystery. How to convert NLA tracks to proper actions. The action stashing method created some animations. They are already actions. Are they already actions that are set currently? Northern Line A. He is Canadian. They do say A. A. Empty action. Animation. NLA tracks. That's the wrong thing. I've opened the wrong thing. Animation. This. Okay, so I want to save this. Because if I regenerate this, this will go away. But I want this to be here. I would like this to be assigned in such a way as... Wait, what if I specifically look for Blender... what's it called? Blender, Rigify, keep animations when regenerating rig. I want to regenerate the rig but keep the animation. Okay, I mean that's not what I want though. How to regenerate rig without losing animation data. Specifically NLA. Keep NLA animations. Okay, this is the issue. Regenerate rig deletes NLA. Wait, this logo looks familiar. Did they? Hold on. I think the Blue Sky account for this forum like either liked my post or followed me or something. Blender community. It's called blenderartist.org. Let me confirm. Let me confirm because it looks so familiar. Blender artist. Check my recent followers. Blender. Oh, it is. They are there. Blender. Look at that. They're literally. I can prove it to you. This forum has followed me. Blender. Look at that. BlenderArtist.org. Wait, that's the official BlenderArtist.org forum that I'm using right now. Alright, how did they say it? Regenerate rig is pretty dangerous. It's possible to wipe out armature objects' bones. Most likely you're deleting your character's bones and recreating them from scratch. Yo, imagine if someone deleted your bones and recreated them from scratch. The bones of Theseus, they're not, even though they appear to be the same bones, they are not the same bones. You lost all your previous bones. Your bones are not the same. This is like the teleportation problem. If you teleported by deleting all your bones and regenerating them, they're not the same bones. Let's see. So how, that doesn't answer the question though. How do you keep your bones? How do you keep the animations? Maybe in the future we do regenerate our bones? There's no way. Okay, I mean, this tells you that regenerating your bones is bad, but like, how do I not do that? Let's see. What if I like copy that? What if I simply... Oh, but would it also delete your drivers? Is that also a thing? Rigify... It's concerning, you know? Regenerating your bones. Rigify keep animations when regenerating. Keep previous, yeah, drivers as well. It's gonna delete your drivers. What if Bunny doesn't want their bones deleted? I'm trying to prevent that. I don't know the answer. Are you able to copy and paste? What the frick? I was gonna have to open this mail to link. If you know your ways around Python, I recommend writing a script. Okay, well that's like I do know Python, but I'm not gonna do that. Point of an auto rigs, you're not supposed to edit the rig's drivers or internals. I just checked in my model, it didn't delete the drivers. Okay, that's good. But what about the NLA editor? Or get AI to write it in 2024? Indeed, good idea. Okay, well, I mean... What about all my animations? The drivers are on the material. Oh, okay. So my problem is this. Like this one has some drivers. I guess these are the auto-generated drivers. How do I copy this? Can I move this somewhere else so it doesn't get regenerated? No, because it's like it's part of the rig. No, no, no. What the heck? There's gotta be, there has to be a way. Blender, Blender, save NLA tracks. To convert them to proper actions. They're already actions, but I want to save them. They will have the same icon as any action. You'll see that they're inside an action strip. Can isolate the NLA track. Press tab. Can you duplicate the rig, copy it over from the duplicate of the old rig? That sounds annoying. I guess maybe I could. I don't know, because like sometimes if you duplicate it, it like duplicates as a reference rather than like a deep copy. Hold on, you can isolate the track. Note how the other tracks become transparent. They are already actions. So if they are already actions, how do I save them? How do I click on the shield icon to save these tracks? Push down action. Yeah. True. True. Okay, what about this? What about this? Oh no, okay. There's gotta be a way, right? There has to be. Okay, what if you went to the graph editor view and then what? And then wait, what is this? NLA strip controls, but then where's the shield icon? How do I? Maybe you go to the dope sheet, but it's not there. It's not. It's literally not there. It's like this is here. This stuff is here, but that stuff is not there. Stashing method. Copy NLA stacks. Gonna assign the same action sequence. Another action strip that's a set of location frames. Didn't know you can group things. Surely I'm not the only one who has encountered this. You export NLA strips from one track. Save NLA. Shield icon in the action editor. It's not even an action. Wait, hold on. Blender bake NLA to action. Is that a thing? Welcome Ultracar. How to bake NLA, but then this will bake the keyframes. I wanna like preserve the original animations. Custom properties. Blender reuse NLA. Turn keyframes into an action strip. NLA editor. There has to be. Is this why people say the NLA editor sucks? This is a common thing. People are always like, man, I hate this thing. They're going to like revamp the NLA editor in like some later Blender version because a lot of people have issues with it. I wonder if this is one of the issues. Surely, right? Wait, this will make a duplicate with NLA and animation data copied. Hold on. Select your old armature and duplicate it. This will make a duplicate. Okay, so this is what Namai was suggesting. You can duplicate it, and then it will have the animation data. In your old object, go to properties, set the armature data. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna go into this rig. I'm gonna duplicate it. First in the object mode, duplicate. Okay, so that's there. We got rig 01. We're gonna call this old rig. Okay, so that's there. And this old rig has the animation NLA tracks in it. And then we're gonna go to this. We're gonna regenerate rig from this one. That is not a rat. Regenerate rig. Okay, so now this rig has been updated, but then this old rig still has the NLA tracks. And then if can I like move this? Is this parented only to this rig? Can I not copy this? This is not possible, maybe. Well, maybe it's not possible. Right, yeah, it is in fact a rabbit. Alright, I mean, we still have the old animations, but then what if I then go from here to non-linear anim- Wait, they're still here, wait. How did that happen? Wait, what? Am I selecting the right thing? Did I select this guy? What? So old rig, new rig, old rig. Oh wait, no, this is a different one. Okay, so we have selected this one. This one doesn't have the animations. But like they're here. So if I copy this, can I like go here? Can I let's deselect this. Alright, okay, so we have old rig is here, and then new rig is here. So I could just copy this. Oh, but you can't move them between. Is there a way that I can move this to a different thing? What if I took this, I copied it, and then I go here, and then I paste it? What if I, what if I push down here, and then paste? You can't paste. You cannot paste. What the heck, man? You're telling me these are not compatible? These animations are not compatible. I mean, it's not that complicated. Like, I could just like remake them because there's like only 3 things. But you would really think that they would have some better way to do this. Let's see. Blender, copy NLA. What's it called? Tracks between objects. Copy NLA stacks. Wait. Let's read this AI generated description. Link animation data. Oh, wait. Link animation data. What, from The Legend of Zelda? What do you mean link animation? CDI Zelda? Copy the NLA strips allowing you to move them. Press Ctrl L. Select the object you want to receive and then the object with the animation. Okay. So we have, you first select the one that you want to get the data. So the rig is the first one. And then you select the old rig. And then you do link. Hold on, what do you do? Link. Control L. Linked all. I didn't want to do that. Wait. Copy. Is this even true? Let's see. Yes. Link the animation that you can link mesh data. Where was the answer? Okay, Control L. It's like link animation data. Okay. Oh, because I'm in edit mode. Let's go to object mode. Okay, so we click on the one that we want to get the data, then the one that has the data, and then link animation. Okay, link animation data. Oh, okay, so that's how you do it. So this is here now. This is here now. Then we can delete the old one. But the arms are not working. It is running though. And I believe the issue with the arms might be the IK and FK movements. Yeah, the IK and FK, but I thought I set keyframes for those. But okay, I mean, this is promising. If we delete this, and then we go to our walk animation, graph editor, click on this guy. Let's see. All right, let's go to walk animation. Let's go to frame 0. And then if we choose the arm, inverse kinematics here, you want to add a where is it? Oh, you gotta be in pose mode. Okay, go in pose mode, click on the arm, got the other arm. Oh, but this is here. This has been set, so why is that not working? So where's my hand animation though? So we have the IK thing, but the animation itself appears to be gone. Alright, let's go back. Let's undo deleting the other guy. So why are these arms moving? What is the difference here? Let's go to pose mode, click on which guy is it? The old rig. We want to get the old rig, and then it's like, what is controlling this right now? This guy. Let's hide the old rig. Let's go to the new rig. Let's go to the graph editor. What is controlling the arms? How do I see? How do I see the original walk? Wait, but these are still here. Hand IK. What? Where is this set? What is controlling this thing? So this hand IK left is like what moves the hand. Or no, is this, hold on. What is this setting? What is this? Is this this? If I deleted, maybe I don't want to delete it. Okay, maybe we go to the run animation. In the run animation, we don't have hand IK. Where is our forward kinematics? Oh, because it's hidden. You can't see it because it's hidden. Okay. So we have our forearm forward kinematics, which is here. She is this cannon now? Sure. Sure. Okay, walk. Forearm forward kinematics. Inverse kinematics. Forward. Okay, so forward kinematics is there. I just didn't have it. Okay, so if I delete this and then I add a keyframe for this by pressing I, where does that get added to? What adds that? Where does that go? And then I click on this one and I press I. That added something, I think. But I don't know where. Or is it because it was added to the old rig? No, the old rig is not visible. So like, okay, and then if I delete this, okay, but that resets it, okay. But then these are still here. It's like, what's causing this? See, okay, so you can see these are still moving. These are in fact still there as expected, right? And then the run animation, same thing. You can see the ghost arms are still moving. For some reason, this is not applying. What about replace keyframe? Like, where is this keyframe? What if it was 0? Replace keyframe, there's nothing. What about delete keyframe? What about insert keyframe? Upper arm, parent, left. Okay, what if we click on this guy? Click on this guy. Insert the keyframe. Click on this guy. It doesn't work. Delete the, wait, what got deleted there? Upper arm parent right. What the heck? Why? Why? Why would they do this to me? Okay, but okay, so if I move this, it is using inverse kinematics, despite the fact that I told it not to. But why? Why is this not controlled? Maybe because when I linked the animations, this was now linked to the other control. Is that what it is? Let's undelete the other guy. This. So we had this rig, this animation, this is here. Drivers. This is a mess. Blender, why do people use Blender? Can't believe Blender would do this to me specifically. Alright, what if I could somehow copy what if I somehow just copied this, the drivers, what is controlling, where are these controls defined? Because, okay, so right now, these are in rig, and this, as expected, does nothing. Okay, but then old rig, the old rig, if I delete it, it doesn't go. Welcome Dopamine, Wabbit. True. I use it to make smoothie, blender. I don't remember the last time I've used a blender. Have I ever used a blender? I actually don't know. I might have never even used a blender. I don't think I've ever had to blend something. Now that I think about it. Let's see, link animation data. I mean, it's not linking like the control data. I only link the animation data. Although I guess the animation is related to this. It's like pointing to this. I've used immersion blenders. Oh no, my immersion. Why is this not working? Why? Can't believe this. What bones am I even looking at here? Oh, because these bones are not in front. That's why I don't see them. These are actually here. Welcome, Yuko. Let's see if I move. Okay, so this still controls this. This still controls. Oh, this still controls this. But then, if I go. Oh, because I was modifying this. I was clicking on old rig when I should have been clicking on this guy. So with this guy specifically. Wait, is that true? Hold on. Where is this control on this guy? Does that even exist? What happened to the inverse kinematics of this guy? Oh no, that is this guy. Wait. Yeah, that is this guy. Then whose bones are these? This I hid the old bones. Oh no, that's probably the meta rig. Okay, that's the meta rig bones. Okay. But these bones specifically, this is the new rig. But this no longer does anything. And why? That's the thing. Why? View in graph editor. No open graph editor window found. Graph editor. View in graph editor. One or more F cards are not visible due to filter settings. What do you mean? And how do I view them? How do I view them then? Your bones, welcome potato. Bones. What about drivers? Oh my god. What am I doing? How do you do this? How does anyone do this? How does anyone use Blender? Timeline. This makes no sense. No, this is here, and yet. Wait, is this a thing that's controlling something else? Hold on. Because I've selected this. This one has its own IKFK hand. Oh wait, but we're not moving the hand. We're moving this guy. Okay, wait. So this has its own IKFK switch, which is different from. Is that different from this guy? I think it's the same. So if we go here. What? Upper arm parent R. Delete. Clear keyframes. Clear keyframes. And then if we delete this, then it just does this again. Okay. But now what if we set this? You can't. You can in fact not do that. Okay, what if instead of doing all this, we just added the bone to the generated rig? Is that a bad idea? Blender, is it bad to add bones to the Rigify generated rig? If you will add any bone, you will need to regenerate the meta rig. All added bones will be erased. No! Why? Why would they do this to me? To me specifically. Why would they blend my bones? What have I done to them to deserve having my bones blended like this? Also, this... Oh no, it's just... Okay, the arms are just invalid. Also, this doesn't look right. Hold on. The body is no longer tilting. If you compare this to my existing animation, the running animation going forward, the body is like slightly tilted. But now it's not doing that. Alright, I'm just gonna undo all this. Welcome, Teeny. Let's put a cute bunny in a blender, even remove its bones? No, the rabbit was not put in the blender. The rabbit was created within the blender. It has never left the blender. I guess it technically, okay, I guess it did leave the blender when I exported it. But it was, the blender was its birthplace, okay? That's just how it is. Let's see. So, what if I close? I don't know if I saved. What if I closed and I don't save? And then I open Blender. And then maybe we'll have our previous data from before we did whatever we did. Welcome, Omer Garsh, darn it. Alright, so this was before we copied the rig. So this is still, yeah, okay, so we've not generated the updated rig yet. This bone currently only exists in the meta rig. So now we have this blank slate. I don't understand. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. You know what? I'm gonna rename this. I'm gonna copy this and name it something. Let's go to Blender. What is this? Humanoid sync conflict. Humanoid 2 Copy, paste, humanoid 2, dash what? Dash before, width, before regenerate. I don't know how, what do I call this? Humanoid 2, new 2, final, new 3, humanoid 2 before face animation. There, okay. This bone only exists in the meta rig. Me convincing a dog to get a VR headset. There. Okay. Well. That's our rabbit. That's our bone. Alright, let's try this again. Let's duplicate the rig in object mode. Duplicate rig. Rig dot old. Alright. And then if we regenerate the meta rig, our animation is gone. That's fine. It still exists in the old rig, in rig.old, and go to pose mode. Go to pose mode, choose run animation, and it's still there. It is still there. The only thing is that we are missing the... Wait, let me just check if this works. Hold on. From this one, if we were simply to delete rig old, so the arms are still there. It's the issue comes up when we link the animations, which I'm not really entirely sure what linking them does. Wait, what happened to my old? Oh, there it is. Rig old. So by linking them, we will share the NLA tracks. Now, if we enter object mode, click on this, and then we click on this, and then we link animation data. Can I choose the specific animation data to link? Is that possible? Can I choose to only link the NLA tracks? Because right now it's going to link everything. Blender, link animation data, specific. And I choose the specific data to link over. Object animation. Make single user. How to transfer animation between Blender objects. Link animation data. Okay, that's what I tried. Now link changing animation on one object also changes the animation on the other. To correct this, make the object copied to single user. Linking and unlink. What is it? Potato chips? Unlink. What if you want to then edit one of the objects? It's a quick tip. Shows you how. What if we link it? So we want to link animation data. Transfer data from active object to selected objects. Link replace assigned animation data. but I don't want to do that. I only want to link the NLA tracks. I would like to just drag this over. Can I drag these? Can I like copy these over? This doesn't make any sense. Literally makes no sense. Welcome, Panis. Hello. Link animation data. Link animation data. All right. So if you did this, then the new rig, but the new rig doesn't have it. Click on rig old, link animation data. Did I do it the opposite way? Was it meant to click on rig old and then rig? And then link. Alright, so that's what we had. But then deleting the old rig resets, it breaks everything. It literally breaks everything. What if we also linked this object data? What if we linked object data and then we deleted the old rig? Nope. What if we linked collection? Is that a thing? Is this anything? Hold on. Before we link the animation, let's go back. Let's go back. What have I done? What are we doing? Where am I? What have I done? Where? I don't know where I am. All right, let's close this. Don't save. Let's go back to humanoid 2.blend. This should have been before we changed much. Right, so that's still there. This was before we regenerated the rig. So you go to meta rig. Wait, hold on. You want to duplicate. You want to duplicate this rig in object mode. Duplicate. All right, this one, rig old. And then you go to your meta rig, regenerate rig. All right, then you click on this, you click on this, link. Okay, what if we linked collections? Does that do anything? Does that add the animation collection? It doesn't. It does not do it. But what if I converted it to a collection? Is this a thing? New collection? Collection 3? I mean, that, okay, you can't really do that. Guys, I don't know. Blender move NLA animation from one object to another. Copy NLA stacks. You can't. Turns out you just can't do it. You can link the animation. Do this. Grouping them. No. Why? How to copy animation. Okay, what if we watch this? Once you've made some animation for one object, choose link animation data. Now you can manipulate individual key objects again. Wait, hold on. Go to object relationships, make single layer. What does that say? Make single layer animation data all. Is this anything? Is this anything, guys? Okay, click on this. Click on this. Link animation data. Okay, and then maybe now you go to this rig. Go to object relationships, make single layer animation data all. Make single use wait. Make single layer? Is that a thing? Object relationships. Relations. Make single. Did they spell this wrong? Make single layer? Make single user. Object animation. Or both. Maybe both? Object animation and all? Maybe make single use make what is make local? Make local all. And then if I delete this. No, no, it doesn't work. Okay, what if we object, click on the rig. Objects, relations, make single user, object animation, and then delete it. Nope. Okay. I've got object, relations, single user, object data animation. Welcome, Nano Lather. Thank you, thank you. Have you ever thought of getting a dog? I have not. I have not thought about it. I mean, I have thought about it, and the answer is no. Because I'm thinking about it right now, and the answer is no. It's like, you know, taking care of a pet is a lot of effort. More than I'm willing to put in, especially a dog. Dogs require much attention and care. How do I make this good? Blender has animation. I thought it was mainly modeling. It's got everything. It's got modeling, it's got animation. It used to have a game engine. Some people use Blender without even modeling. Some people will edit videos in Blender. Isn't that wacky? Let's see. I don't know. Any notable games? No, I think they've discontinued it. I don't think it was actively in use, but it used to exist. Well, I think that Blender is quite complicated, and I don't understand how to get this to work. But we will review what we did today, okay? We did some things. We were not able to finish the things, but we did some of them. And specifically, what is that? What did we change specifically? Good question. We have made it so that you can change the facial expressions. but only from this menu. We have added a bone and we try to get it to control this. However, we ran into issues trying to add it to the meta rig and then regenerating the rig, because now it's not there anymore. Our animations are gone. Actually, is the bone even generated? If we generated this, if you go here and you regenerate the rig, okay, so that bone, is that bone there? That bone's not even there. So it turns out whatever we were trying to do would not have worked anyway. We had to didn't I set the bone property here? Go to the bone menu. Go to, where's, that's the wrong bone. Pose mode. Click on this bone. That's the face bone. The one bone for the face. Then you choose the rig. Oh wait, we didn't change this? I thought I changed this. Basic raw copy, okay. And now if you regenerate, then it should be there. But it's not there. Okay, what happened to our bone? Guys, I don't know. I will maybe figure this out off stream. Or maybe I will not figure out. Maybe I will just give up. Save changes. Don't save, because this is a copy of the data. Anyway, let's find out what data is. Let's raid someone. Doesn't this look like a ghost? Why is this water so clear? Doesn't make sense. All right, let's see what data is. Empanada Day. Draw a bird day? No way, draw a bird day. Dog fighting awareness day. Let's see. Romani day, yoga, draw a bird day. I believe you can do it. It did kind of look like a ghost. It's exactly, it's literally a ghost. It's literally some kind of ghost. Alright, who do I raid? Who is streaming that I can raid? I'm checking my list. Alright, what about what's this? What's this person doing? What about why don't we just raid Chocojack? I'm literally going to watch Chocojack's stream. We could raid Chocojack's. What's a raid message though? Raid message is gonna be maybe draw a bird day? Draw a bird day? No, but she's drawing. We could force her to draw a bird. Maybe she doesn't. What if she doesn't want to draw a bird? Draw a bird day raid. There. Let's raid Chocojack's. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. I should be back on Friday with something. Maybe I will have figured out this Blender thing that I was struggling with. Maybe I won't. Maybe... I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Have we considered that maybe I don't know? Yes. Twitch has decided that it wants to show ads in 20 seconds, despite the fact that I'm literally, like, about to send a raid. So... that's a thing. That's happening. You could close this stream. You could wait for me to send the raid. Sometimes, you know, when Twitch says it's gonna show an ad, it actually just like delays it. It doesn't actually show it until 30 seconds later. So if the raid goes before the ad, then that's cool. However, we don't know. Anyway, raid's gone. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Goodbye.